Hello, it is Sunday. It's a new weekly reading vlog, and I only have one reason that I'm starting this vlog today, and it's because I had the best intentions to finish Battle Royale today. That did not happen. Now, I did read a little bit of this evening, so I'm now like, I've only got this much left, so I'm making good progress. I'm enjoying it. I don't think I'm ever going to reread this book, so this will be on hold after I've read it. But I am enjoying it. It's just some bits have grossed me out a bit too much. But it is brutal. But the reason I didn't finish that today was because Royal Mail was supposed to turn up yesterday and they didn't. They turned up this morning, which was great because it meant my sprints was reading Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I only had like 100 and something pages left after my sprints, so I just like sat down after dinner and read, and this was a 5-star. This was everything. I am so happy. I was very worried going into this because it's her first YA that I've read, and I'm used to her adult romance, and honestly, apart from the fact this didn't have smut, there was sex, but it was YA level, which was perfect for this book. But everything else was like any other Ali Hazelwood book. The characters were perfect. I absolutely love Mallory and Nolan. And Mallory's little sisters, the youngest of the two sisters, Darcy, absolutely loved her. The characters were great. And I just loved the storyline. The conflict was really well written. And I'm obsessed. And I did my order. I've added it to my order, and it actually is above Love on the Brain. It's above Love on the Brain and 2 of the novellas. So it's number 4 on my Ali Hazelwood list, which I was not expecting because of it being YA, but here we are. Favourite book of the month, and nothing's going to beat it at this point because it's Ali Hazelwood. But I'm going to talk to you about my plans for the week. So this week I am doing my Meg Made Me Do It vlog. So Meg has given me 4 books. Now I'm actually going to attempt to read 5 for her vlog. But I also have another book that I need to try and read this week. So this is the one that's not on Meg's list. And it's the Society for Soulless Girls by Laura Stephen. I actually managed to get the audiobook from my library. Me and Ash are going to buddy read this because the author is at YALC next weekend. And I have read a book by this author before and it was good, but like I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one more, but I want to know for certain before I make the effort of taking it to get it signed. So me and Ash are going to read this week. So yeah, there's this. This isn't on Meg's list. The other book that's not on Meg's list but fits perfectly because it is a book that Meg has recommended is Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Meg is the sole reason that I've started reading this author's books. I already read The X Talk and really enjoyed it. This is the next one. Business or Pleasure is the one that Meg has most recommended, but I very much like reading books in release order, whether they're a series or not. So this is the next one I need to read before I can read Business or Pleasure. So my library hold of the audiobook came in, so I'm going to be reading this week in honour of Meg, but not actually for her vlog, but kind of for her vlog. But the 4 books that Meg has given me, 2 of them I own, 2 I do not, but These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, I have had this book for the longest time and I just haven't read it. So thank you, Meg, for putting this on my list. I also have the sequel, or I have the second book in the trilogy, but I'm excited to finally read this. Finally. And then the next one is The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. I've had this. This is the Illumicrate version and it came out in 2022. So it came out last year. I need to read it. I've heard many good things about this, mostly from Meg, but also from other people as well. So I'm really glad that Meg has put this on this list because not only does it mean I get to read another Meg rec, but it crosses a book off my TBR. My book box TBR to be specific. So yes. And then we also have, now these 2 books, the names I always get mixed up, so I'm going to look at my planner. The The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton, and The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. These two I'm very excited to read, but I don't own. I've managed to nab the audiobooks for both, so we're good, because I can't afford to go buy books. But I'm going to be reading these both this week as well. So my plan is to try and read 6 books this week. And if I manage to finish all those, I'm going to finish Battle Royale. But Battle Royale and Elantris have been put on the back burner because I want to get these books done first. So yeah, but I'm quite happy with how my TBR for this month is going to be looking if I complete all these books this week. Because after that, I'll just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books. I'm thinking I might take a book with me to read whilst at YALC, because I don't actually have as much planned there as I usually do, so I might have time to sit and read. So I'm going to take a book with me to YALC, which I don't usually do. Well, I take books to YALC, but I usually don't take a book that I'm currently reading, because usually there's a massive group of us, but because it's in November, not July, a lot of people who I would usually hang out with there can't go, so I'm gonna have spare time and I don't want to just be sat on my phone when I could be reading a book. So yeah, that is the plans for this week. I'm very excited to read these books, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. But yeah, opening the vlog on a Sunday. Hello, it is Monday. I am going to make this a really quick update. I have been having a really good day, and then it was one of those things where something was said and my brain has just overreacted, and now I'm really sad. So we're going to just do a quick update. So I started my Meg vlog. I read the entirety of These Broken Stars. This is a 4-star. I really enjoyed this. There was a moment I had to stop reading and it was the worst timing ever. And I messaged Meg and I was like, this has just happened. This is the worst timing. I need to stop reading for a bit. But I'm really glad I finally read this, because I've had this book for like 5 years, maybe longer. I don't even know. And I just haven't, read it. But I finally read it and it was a 4-star and I really enjoyed it, and I would like very much to read the next book in the series, which I have. I haven't had that for as long. I only got that, I think, this year. But yeah. And then, not on Meg's vlog, I started Society for Soulless Girls. I'm like 26% in. Really enjoying this so far. Don't have like full thoughts, and to be honest my brain is a bit mush now, so I will update you when I've read a bit more and my brain is not doing this thing. But yeah, catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Tuesday. I'm very tired. It's late. I've just watched Bake Off and then spent like 45 minutes sitting on my sofa scrolling through TikTok, and now I'm ready for bed. But today I read more of the Society for Soulless Girls. I am now this far in. I've got this much left. I'm really enjoying this. I don't really know where it's going. Every time I think I know what's going on, something happens and throws me off again. And I'm loving it. It's so good. It's really atmospheric. And I'm really enjoying it. So yay. I'm a little bit annoyed because I was under the impression Laura Stephen was at YALC this weekend, and she is not. So now I'm annoyed that I didn't get this signed at MCM last weekend. But too late now. And then continuing my Meg Made Me Do It vlog, I read the entirety of The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew today. This was a 5-star. I absolutely adored this. It was so... It wasn't creepy, but it was really like beautiful and atmospheric, and also Dark Academia. I have not read a Dark Academia for a while because it's not really my genre, but I really enjoyed this, and I'm really, really happy that I finally read this, because this came out, I think, last year, and this is the Illumicrate one. I've had it since it came out, and I haven't read it. But I really enjoyed this, so I'm really glad that this is like one of Meg's faves, and she put it on this list, because I'm really glad I read it, and I probably would have still not read it for like months and months and months. Let's be real, probably years, because this is me. But thank you, Meg, because I really enjoyed this. I absolutely love Colton. Colton is amazing, and if you don't love Colton, then what's wrong with you? Like, he's amazing. But yeah, this was great, and the ending was beautiful. So yeah, my plan for tomorrow, because I am in the office tomorrow, so I'm not going to get as much reading done, but I'm going to start The Very Secret Society for Irregular Witches. I am reading 3 books this week with society in the name. It's getting confusing. But yeah, I'm really excited to read that one, because it's like right up my street. So yeah. I also printed out the YALC schedules in preparation, so I can start planning what authors I'm going to go meet and what books I need to take. They have said on Twitter, the only person that has any sort of limit is Jamie Guinness, which is absolutely fine, which means I should be able to, I need to see how many of my Holly Bourne books aren't signed, because they did say to try and keep it like 5 maximum per author. Patrick Ness isn't going to be an issue for me because I've only got 3 that I need to get signed. Holly Bourne might be more than 5, which, if that's the case, I'm just going to be cheeky and ask Ash to get the others signed for me. So yeah, because I need them signed. But yeah, that's basically my update. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow, where hopefully I would have got at least one other book read. Hello, it is Thursday. I did not vlog yesterday. I don't even know, like I had a bath, washed my hair, and then all I really recall doing is sorting out all my Christmas clothes and bedding, because it was all in like vacuum bags in boxes. So I've like taken it out of all the bags, freshened it up, and then managed to fit it into one box for the month or the couple of months as I'm like using them. But apart from that, I don't really do anything. I did yesterday read the entirety of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. This was a 4-star. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really cute concept, and the love interest, grumpy. They were literally grumpy sunshine, forced proximity. Well, forced proximity kind of. But there was one thing that Meg said when I was talking to her about it, which cracked me up because it is so accurate. And it was that Pride and Prejudice 2005 hand clench is elite. There was a moment in that book. Oh, it was so good. So yeah, I'm really glad I read that. And then today I read The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. This was a 3-star. I wasn't a massive fan of this. I don't know if it was because it's like a Regency romance, and I feel like, with the exception of like Pride and Prejudice, Jane Eyre and Persuasion, I'm not really a Regency romance fan, but I wanted to give it a go to see if I could be. But Meg did say that this is the one that she thought I would like the least, and she was correct. I didn't dislike it. I had a fun-ish time with it, and I'm glad I've read it, but I'm not going to continue the series with this one because I believe it's a trilogy. So yeah, I'm not going to be continuing with this series, but I'm glad I've read it. So thank you, Meg, for putting it on this list. So technically I have completed all 4 of the books that Meg gave me. However, because this one was a bit of a flop, and I actually have got my audiobook hold in from the library, so I'm going to read Weather Girl tomorrow. I'm really excited for this one, and Meg's happy with my decision to read this one as well. Meg's the reason that I started reading the Rachel Lynn Solomon books. I really enjoyed the X Talk, and I'm really looking forward to reading Business or Pleasure and Weather Girl. So I think, do I have Weather Girl? I do have Weather Girl. Look at the prices. I only paid £3 for this in the works. I'm actually going to take this off though, because that's frustrating. Yeah, so I bought this before I realised that it's like 3 standalones series. And I wanted to... Oh, actually, is it? I'm not sure, actually, if they link at all. But I have learned from my mistakes with Emily Henry, and I want to read in release order now. So obviously I read X Talk first. I'm going to read Weather Girl. I do have the audiobook, so I will mostly be listening to the audiobook, and then at some point later on I'll read Business or Pleasure. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. So I'll be adding this one. I don't know what else I will get read this week. I want to finish... I can't even remember if I mentioned this, but we thought Laura Stephen was at YALC, which is why we were buddy reading, like why me and Ash were buddy reading Society of Soulless Girls. Lots of societies this week. Yeah, she's not actually going to be at YALC, so I don't know, but I still kind of want to finish that this week, but I don't know if I will. I still need to finish Battle Royale, and I still need to read almost all of Elantris, but they're probably going to be pushed into next week. Let's be real. But yeah, tonight I have been really productive. While I was listening to Lady Scoundrels, I'm not saying the whole name again, I tidied, so you can't see it, but that corner of my room in front of my bookcases, it's still not perfect, but it was horrendous. Like, you know when you just like start throwing stuff over there and then it gets out of hand, and like what could have been a 5-minute job turns into like a 3-hour job? Yeah, that's what it was. But I've tidied it, and now it's mostly just Christmas presents, which are all in one box at the moment because I haven't got everything yet. And the start of my pile of books that I want to take to YALC. So I'm pretty okay with that, but I am going to go because I am so tired. I have been non-stop. I had so many boxes that needed to be just broken down and put in the recycling, like so many. That's what was taking up loads of space. So yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow. I'm going to try and vlog whilst I'm with my friends, because Tessa, Tara and Tori, all the T's, are coming for dinner tomorrow. We're having a roast and they're coming for dinner, and then Ash will be getting here later because she's driving down when she finishes work, and yeah, and then it will be YALC. I'm excited but also dreading how much pain I'm going to be in. But it's fine. Anyway, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Friday. I did not vlog earlier when Tori, Tessa and Tara were here, but Ash is here now. And I thought I'd give you updates because I have some pretty good reading updates today. I finished the Meg Made Me Do It vlog, and I read the bonus book, which was Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This was a 5-star. This was so cute. I really enjoyed the X Talk, but this was even better, and I really liked how this dealt with like depression and mental health, and I thought it was really well done. And there's even an author note at the beginning that is actually Rachel like just saying about how it's mostly manageable at this point, but it's taken nearly a decade for her to get to that point, and like how like it's not everyone's experience with depression, but it's this character's experience. And I do genuinely think, like, I don't know if Rachel Lynn Solomon deals with depression, but if she doesn't, she has written it so well. And if she's had any sensitivity readers, they have done a good job, because this was just such good rep for that. And it also had really good other rep, which was very cute. And I don't want to say anything, but because I don't think it actually says in the thing, but he wasn't your conventional male love interest, and it was just adorable, and I loved it so much, and this might be a new favourite. And it's funny because Meg's favourite of the three is Business or Pleasure. I've got a feeling this is going to be my favourite of the three. Like, I'm excited to read Business or Pleasure. X Talk definitely is not my favourite of the three. Like, I'm so happy I read this. And then after that, I thought I would stick with the light-hearted fun and read some more of Battle Royale.
You just threw that book.
Did. I read a pretty good chunk. So I was here and I read this much.
Wow.
Work was quiet and I had the audiobook.
I feel like I've done nothing. I read like a chapter.
You was working in an office and you drove down to me.
Yeah.
But what are you reading? What are you reading, Ash?
I didn't even read 20
Ash,
pages.
what are you reading? Show. What are you reading?
I want no.
She's reading Checkmate.
I was going to say the story about what you said yesterday when I picked it up. Yeah, so I went to Asda last night to buy some ingredients for fudge and some other things.
Which I sent a picture to Tessa of the bag of fudge, and she's just replied, so excited.
So I went to do that, and as a reader, I went to the book aisle, and there was a certain book that I thought that someone would like. So I didn't even think about it. I looked to see if there's anything else that I needed, because it was on the 2 for 9, but there was nothing. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I'll just buy the one.
Is it 2 for 9 now? I remember when it was 2 for 7.
Yeah. So I was like, it's $5.50 for one, so it's not the end of the world. So I bought the one, and as I was leaving the shop, I went, I bought something that I think you'll be happy about, and then sent her a picture of it, and I got, oh my god, read it now. Like, not even in my car yet, Becca. And then I've got to make fudge, and she was like, I've said I don't need fudge, and I was like, no, but other people have said they want it, so
they're not important. I'm sorry, I love you.
So yeah, and then I was like, I promise I'll read some tonight, and I did not read any tonight.
You are like 14 pages in, therefore you have read some.
Yeah, but that wasn't last night.
Doesn't matter.
On my dinner.
Doesn't matter.
And I would have read more, but Emma came and bothered me. But also, I like Emma, so it's fine.
That's fair. So yeah. That is my reading update. I am, because I've only got like 55 minutes of this, which is really annoying, but I'm far too tired to read it now because we've got to get up super early because it's YALC tomorrow. So I have the audiobook for this. I have the audiobook for this. And I have the audiobook for this. So I have 3 books I can read whilst at YALC tomorrow. I'm taking my wireless earphones and my wired earphones in case the wireless ones decide to run out of battery. So I'll be fine. Yeah. So that's the YALC plans. I do have books to get signed. I have like half a suitcase full of books to get signed tomorrow, and then half a suitcase full of books to get signed on Sunday. So, but I'm not going to be buying anything other than birthday and Christmas presents for Tessa and Tara.
I want one book. I want Hurricane Wars.
I'm getting that signed tomorrow.
Well, that's why I want it, because I want one signed. But I need to buy it because I don't have it.
You do. But yeah, so that is my update for today. And I'm going to try and vlog at YALC tomorrow. Try being the key word there. But yeah, so this has been the highlight of the week. Like, is this the first 5-star? Oh no, it's not. So these Broken Stars got 4 stars. Whispering Dark got 5. Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches got 4. Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels got 3. And then this got 5. So that's not bad. A 3-star, 2 4s and 2 5s. I think that's a really good mix of books. And I didn't dislike the 3-star. It just wasn't for me. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello. The makeup is off, but I was just about to finish getting ready for bed and realised I needed to vlog because I haven't done it today. So I thought I would just give you an update on what I got signed. So first up of the day, we met Kaylin Bayron and I got all these signed. So I got my 3 editions of Cinderella is Dead. She liked my tabs. So I've got the US ARC, the UK paperback, and then the US hardback. So I got all 3 of those signed. And then I got my You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight and my US edition of This Wicked Fate, because my Fairy Loot editions of both of the duology and my Owl Crate version of the first one are all signed. So I got all these signed. She was lovely, and I'm really glad I got to tell her how much I love Cinderella is Dead and You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight.
Yeah, that was nice for me, because I was just like, I loved it so much. It's my favourite book of the year. And then we started talking about how comfort horror films, which was great. She was lovely.
She was. And then the next one was Holly Jackson, which it got to the point I didn't think I was going to get to meet her, because her signing queue was taking a while, but I did manage to, and I managed to get these signed. So Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the 2nd book in the trilogy, and then Killjoy, which is the World Book Day, which I haven't actually read this because it's set before the trilogy, but I'm gonna read it hopefully before the end of the year. It might be one of the ones that bumped me up to 200 books. But I said to her about how I got the first book signed at YALC a couple of years back, and then I've already got a signed copy of the 3rd one, so it was just this one from the trilogy. Then we met Amy McCall. I got to meet her in person, and I got these signed, and it was lovely to chat to her, and she gave us loads of like extras, which is very cool. But I need to read these. I'm gonna aim to read these by the end of the year as well. We'll see how this goes, because there's only 1 month left.
I'll buddy read the 2nd one with you. Okay. I've only read the first one.
As long as I read the first one before the end of this year, I will be happy. And then, so my plan was to only get Hurricane Wars, like the pretty paperback Waterstones edition, signed by Thea Gonzon, I think. I'm not sure. She was giving out these prints, which, oh, yes. I got to tell her that I'm currently reading the fanfic. And she liked that. And then I wouldn't have got this one signed, but my lovely friends Liz and Caroline got me a Christmas present, and they got me the Return of the Jedi short story collection. Because there is a Ali Hazelwood story, but there is also a story by Thea. So I have now got this signed by Thea. And then if Ali ever comes over to the UK, I'll get her to sign the other side. But there's some like really cool authors. There's a few that I've never heard of. There is some that I've heard of and read like from the author before, and I'm not a fan. But then there's also like Mike Chen, who wrote Brotherhood, and that is still one of my favourites. And Danielle Page, and the person who wrote Kith and Kin has done one of the short stories. So I'm excited to read this. I had this whole plan. When they gave me it, I was going to sit and read the Ali Hazelwood short story. But then I got a migraine, which was great. So that was an interesting day at YALC with a migraine. Fun. It's only just started shifting now, which is great. Got loads of goodies like bookmarks from like the stands and that. I did also buy The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Mahern for myself, plus I bought like 5 Christmas/birthday presents as well. I bought one for her, she knows what it is. I bought a birthday and Christmas present for Tessa and a birthday and Christmas present for Tara, because then I haven't got to ship anything to Finland. So it just worked out better because they were going to buy stuff anyway, and they did buy stuff.
They definitely was.
Tessa has no chill at YALC, and it's hilarious.
She's so proud of herself for only buying like 12
on day one.
She was like, I've only bought 12. Like this time last time it was like 40 odd.
This is true. But yeah, overall it was a really great day. It was lovely to see Kelly B do a panel type thing. Very proud of her. And then mostly just chilling was really nice. I've never had a YALC that chilled before. It was great. But it was nice to see, obviously Tori is there this weekend, Liz, Caroline, Nikki, Kelly B, and then also Liam and Dawn were sat with us today and probably will be tomorrow as well. So yeah, it was really nice to just see people, and like I saw a couple of others like Kayla and like Robbie and that, so it was really nice to see them. Yeah, so it was a good day. Overall, the extra help process, overall, it was good.
It got better.
It did get better throughout the day, but and it is not so the people that you see in the like crew tops, like the blue and red tops, they are like all volunteers in that, and it is not their fault that they do not know how to deal with the extra help people, because they are not told anything.
We literally had someone turn around when we asked about it, and she was like, I don't know, I've not been told.
Granted,
and she looked upset about that, not like I'm not going to deal with this because I've not been told. It was more like what do I do? I've not been told.
And granted, like she did then, like she was gonna try and find out, but then she kept getting like asked questions by other people, which fair. But then she ended up just like using her initiative and just putting us nearer the front of the queue, which is what they're supposed to do. But yeah, they really, and the thing is, one of my friends tweeted YALC about the mess of getting in with the extra help and everything, and YALC replied something like, oh, we do have provisions in place for accessibility, please speak to a member of staff. And I just fully replied, I was like, yeah, but your staff don't know anything. I feel like I was quite nice the way I said it on Twitter though, but like the staff don't know anything. It's all well and good you having the provisions in place, but you need to actually tell your staff those provisions.
100%.
Like, how are they? They're not mind readers. Like, but yeah, anyway, overall it was great. And the all of the queues after that, they must have been told something, because all the queues after that were great. Like, they were run really well. But yeah, like, once again, YALC is just a mess of disorganisation. Like, I wish I could just like not go until they sort it out. But I like going YALC. I like seeing my friends that I don't get to see often because they live all over the place. I like to meet the authors, and it's just like, for me, as much as I am in pain, it's still doable for me at the moment. But like, we shouldn't be having to explain to a staff member how to do their job. It's just ridiculous. And again, it's not those staff members' faults. They've not been told anything. Like, it is not on them. And they were really polite as well. I've had ones in the past where they've just been really nasty about it and acted like, we'll just deal with it.
And the thing is, like, this is our experience. We already know that there's been people who've had worse experiences just from chatting to people.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, so they really need to sort it out. But anyway, day one's over, and we're now going to get some sleep because we've got another early day tomorrow for another full day.
Yeah,
I'm already tired from it.
Yeah, but we can chill again.
We can chill. We can.
And we're going to get donuts.
There's a donut time stand there. But yeah, I want to try and vlog some of actual YALC tomorrow, but I am not promising anything. So the next clip may be at YALC, or it may be sat in this exact spot just wearing different clothes. We shall see. Hello. It is Sunday and we got our VQ tickets and then went and got donut time. This is the Ice Baby. That's the Bruno Mars. Yours is the Snow G, I think.
Yeah, I also had the longest one yesterday.
We also have a very Terry Christmas, which is Terry chocolate orange. And I'm excited. And I'm gonna eat this, but I'm vlogging at YALC. I forgot to do this yesterday. So Tessa's calling me out for not vlogging. So here's Tessa and Tara. Hello. We haven't done any signings yet, but I did put these on and I'm remembering to take painkillers. We did find ARCs, we both found them, and then we got them signed by the author, which was very cool. She seems lovely. So yeah, so it's a lot later. It's like 4 o'clock?
10 past.
10 past. We have a Liam. It's just me and Liam here at the moment because Tori, Ash and Dawn have gone to do their last signings of the day. I'm done. My suitcase is almost all packed. I've just got to add Ash's book that she's going to get signed. And then we just need to pack up all our foodie bits in the backpack and we are ready to go, which is all good. Ash has been doing more of my blanket while we've been waiting and I'm very excited because it looks so pretty. But yeah, I will close up the vlog when I get home. I've been staying hydrated today. No migraine today. Woo! It's a lot later. Finally home. I don't have to say the day because I introduced the vlog of the day earlier because I vlogged twice at YALC. So we're home. We've eaten. I feel better now that I have eaten proper food and not just snacky food. But I thought I'd go through today. So ARC-wise, we did well. So we both managed to get a copy of Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw, and then she was signing at the Waterstones, so we also got it signed and she was lovely, and we were the first two to find the little bottles, which meant you could go claim a proof. The little bottles are really cute, but I don't know where I've put mine. I think I left it downstairs.
Mine's downstairs as well.
It's just a little bottle. It's cute. But yeah, this sounds really good, so I'm really excited to read it. And then I spotted this one being put down, and then a bit later on it was still there, so Ash got Tori to go get it. It is called All the Hidden Monsters by Amy Jordan. It's really nicely wrapped, so I want to wait until at least you've vlogged as well before we unwrap it. But what we didn't realise was that on the other side of this, it says, found the hidden proof. You're one step closer to solving Lucy Haig's murder. If you find this proof, it's time to claim your prize. Visit the YALC information desk with this proof. So, I mean, we did get a prize because we got the proof, but there was another prize to go with it. But because it's the information desk, we think it might just have been one of the leftover, like, YALC goodie bags or something.
Unless it was a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh well, too late now. We still got, well, Ash has got a proof and we're gonna both read it.
She says that she found it and that it's mine.
Oh yeah.
We're sharing it, it's ours.
Sharing it. It's ours. And then obviously we both got a proof of Blood Flowers by Jay McGuinness. And we got to meet him as well. He was so lovely. He called me cute as a button and I just
She said this to anyone who will listen.
I have loved The Wanted since their very first song come out. I've seen them live only twice, unfortunately. Was it 3 times? No, twice. Their farewell tour and their comeback tour. And Jay's always been my favourite.
It was very funny because you went. And here's the thing, and I feel a little bit guilty saying this. The reason that I won the proof was because this one wanted double the chance of winning one.
I didn't think I would win.
We definitely didn't think both of us would win. So when we both won, it was hilarious. And I wasn't going to say no to that. I wasn't going to.
To be fair, I don't. After seeing how many proofs were
75.
there? Right, there was 75 people won that. I don't think if it was just like 5, maybe, but so many people had the chance to win. Don't feel bad, but it's a proof.
It's a proof.
Have you had a nice conversation with him?
This was the thing. So this is the point. So I'd gone up and I was like, hey, I'm interested. I will read the book, even just to say that I can read the book. And so I was like, cool. So we went up, we went to the queue, we got in the queue, you had your conversation, and then I went to the front. Now, I'm not a Wanted fan. I watched Jay McGuinness on Celebrity, The Hunted Celebrity.
I watched him on Strictly. He was good on Strictly.
He was hilarious in The Hunted, because me and Helen used to watch The Hunted. And that was about it. But one of the things that I've noticed that people get a bit confused about it. When you go up to an author or someone who's signing, they will usually go, hi, how are you? And because I am just stuck in customer service, I always go, I'm alright, how are you? And I don't think anyone had asked him that. And I don't think, because it was the same with Adiba. Adiba would look really shocked that I asked. So I went, fine, how are you? And because he asked how I was, and I was like, oh, I'm good, how are you? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And you know when someone gets that glazy eye look, you had that, kind of had that. So I was like, are you a little bit overwhelmed? He was like, yeah, not really. It was like, I'm used to doing this, I'm used to doing signings and stuff like that, but I usually have my boys with me. And I was like, oh. And then when he was signing my proof, he was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I was like, I hope you do, because like you're in YALC. But I didn't say that. He was like, I've just wrote Ashley, my love, instead of all my love. And I was like, I might get jealous, but
he was so lovely, and I got a picture. Lovely. Like, I'm going to be putting the pictures from today up on my Instagram. Well, this weekend up on my Instagram. So that picture will be on my Instagram and my Twitter and my Facebook, because I met Jay McGuinness. And then the next one that I met was Holly, weren't it? Yeah, it was Holly. So I only had these 2 to get signed, which I did. But then earlier in the day, because I'd hit my next £10 on Waterstones, so I was like, right, I don't have money, but I can pick up Holly Bourne's new book that I don't have yet. So I was like, this is perfect. I can pick this up. And then I've got 3 to get signed. And I was talking to Holly about how I was looking to see, I thought I had quite a few to get signed, but I've met her so many times at previous YALCs that I now only have these 2, and then I bought this one. And she was saying about how, like, we've got lots of YALC memories together. And she was lovely, as always. Like, she is always one of my favourite people to go and chat to, like, even if it's just like a 2-minute chat. And then we had Kat Doyle and Catherine Webber as well. And my proof of Twin Crowns, Catherine Webber signed at last year's YALC. So I gave this to Kat Doyle to sign. And I said to Catherine Webber, oh, you signed this at last year's YALC. And she was like, okay. And I was like, but would you mind signing these for me and my mum? And she was so excited to see a different book, because everyone just had the Twin Crowns, like, it's not a duology, but like the first 2 books. And then I was just like handing her Dragon Mountain. She did make me laugh when she was signing. She was like, I can't forge Kevin's signature. But yeah, and she was like really happy that like my mum has read the whole series. And yeah, she was just so lovely. And then I got a picture with them. And then I met Patrick Ness and got my fave signed. I'm so happy, and I got a picture with him. Again, will be on Instagram. But I'm very happy, and I was telling him about how my friend got me into this series and then had to put up with me randomly messaging when I got to certain parts, and he liked that. So that was lovely. And then we went to Juno Dawson, and so we have a story which I'm going to tell after, because that was after the signing. Both my books in this series are already signed. They came signed. So I was like, I'm not carrying a big hardbag just to get Juno Dawson to write my name. It's pointless. But this one...
I got this from Tori at the start of this year.
You did.
And I've not read it because I've heard that the second one has a horrendous cliffhanger. And as much as I do like cliffhanger, I am not waiting for too long. Like, I can't say anything because of spoilers, but there's a certain book that everyone will know what I'm talking about. But I'm still waiting for book 3.
And we've still got a couple of months to go.
So no, thank you, but no. So I was like, look, I've not read this book, and this is a big author, this is a big book. Like, a lot of people talk a lot about this. So I was like, I don't really want to go up and be like, hey, I don't have your book, I've not read your book, but here. So I basically said, do you want to go and talk to her? And then I can just kind of be there and get my book signed without having to do the heavy lifting. And she did.
So we did. But then we had a whole conversation about how it's really interesting. It's like sort of a generational thing where like a lot of like younger generations don't like to wait. So
we'll binge it because we
yeah,
because when she went up, she was like, this isn't my copy, this is her copy, like this and the other.
And you said how you're waiting until
like
the series is coming
the third
out.
one comes out, so I don't have to like I just don't want to.
That's fair. And she was saying about it's very much like, because when we were all kids, we would watch like a TV show, and then it would be an episode a week. And then once the series was over, you'd have like a whole year until the next series. So you had to deal with cliffhangers. So we're sort of used to having cliffhanger books. Whereas the younger generations, Netflix will post a whole series on release day, like Heartstopper, the whole series goes up. Shadow and Bone, the whole series goes up. Disney Plus does do it weekly, but
that's new, and
that is new.
And when it started with like WandaVision and stuff like that, she went on talk shows, and literally they were like, "That's weird.
Yeah,
why are you doing this again?"
Yeah,
and
so it's very much like the younger generations aren't really used to having to like wait. So yeah, we had a whole conversation about that, and
it was interesting to think about though, because like I said, one of my favorite TV shows is Buffy, and I got into it at the end of it. So it was
lucky.
So it was like I watched the last 5 episodes, so I knew the last 5 episodes before I went and watched the rest of it.
Oh my god.
And I fell in love with it, and then me and my friend Tasha binged the entire series as best as we could. So it's one of those things of like, I can binge. Don't get me wrong, I can wait if I need to. I know I've been waiting for there's certain books where I had to wait, but I was like, yeah, everyone talked about how horrendous the book 2 cliffhanger was, and she turned around.
Not horrendous as in like it's horrible. It's horrendous because why cliffhanger?
And she turned around. She was like, "I love a cliffhanger," and I was like,
The thing is, I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I am not one of these people. I cannot buy an entire series or buy the books as they come out and then wait. Like, I know I'm really bad at finishing series, but for example, when book 3 comes out, or like when like the next book comes out, I'm reading it instantly. Shadow Cabinet, I read like the week of release because I just could not wait. There's certain books I will read instantly because I've been waiting since the last book. Sarah J. Maas, Cassandra Clare,
J. Kristoff.
There's certain authors I will read that book the moment I get it. But yeah, and then the other Juno does, sorry. So us and Tori were leaving at the end of YALC, and
as you do.
We got in the lift, and Juno jumped in the lift with us because there was space. Lift was going down, we was just chatting. Lift got to the bottom, doors didn't open, doors weren't opening. It was not fun. And then you and Juno were trying to like pry open the door,
and I didn't want to pull. Like, I pulled a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to break property.
Yeah,
it didn't seem to give, so I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
And then Juno just let go of her suitcase and just went like that and opened them, and it worked. But then we had to hold the doors open so we could get out, which was terrifying. But we had a laugh about it, and we stood chatting with her about it.
Juno seemed like really, really chill. Like, because I said, I'm not being funny. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a lift with anyone.
Yeah.
But 2, knowing that she met all 3 of us, I would feel a little bit like this could be weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, let's be real.
She doesn't know us.
And some fans are toxic.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we are.
But she doesn't know us.
But yeah. And,
so she's not to know that.
And you've got to be on edge about absolutely everything, let's be real. But she was such a lady about it, and she was so kind about it.
She was so lovely. And then, like, we had a laugh about it when we got out of there. And then yeah.
We saw her on the tube station, and she like, I mean, we all got on the tube, and she was like, we were like, oh, we're going to go down here, and she was like,
see
get
you
home
later.
safe. Like,
yeah,
didn't like, not even like see you later. It was like, see, bye girls, see, get home safe.
Yeah,
like, she don't have to say that.
Yeah,
if I wasn't already excited to read this book, just how much of like a kind person she was, is like enough to make me want to pick up absolutely everything that she's wrote, just to support her.
But yeah, I got a couple of books today. Obviously I've shown you the one that I got signed, but the rest you'll see in my haul at the end of the month. But there was a book I got, which is the 3rd in a series, which I needed in hardback, and hardbacks had gone down to £5. So I was like,
there was some really good deals.
Yes, please. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself. I've only bought myself technically 3 books, but one of them was with my Waterstones points, so it doesn't count. That's girl math. I didn't pay for it.
How many did you acquire?
9 books.
It's pretty good.
That's really good for me. I usually come home with almost as many books as I go there with, and I didn't. I'm proud of me.
I bought...
Pat on the back.
I bought quite a few. I bought 7.
But there was just such good deals. I think Hurricane Wars is the only one you didn't get on a deal.
No, all of the books that I got from Waterstones weren't on a deal.
Oh, did you get more from Waterstones?
Yeah, because it was £30.
Oh, yeah. I managed to hit the £30 double points thing twice in Waterstones, and I didn't buy any books for myself from there. And that was simply because Tessa and Tara kept buying books, and every time they were going to buy books in Waterstones, they would come over to me and be like, would you like Waterstones points? Because obviously they don't live in the UK, so they don't have a Waterstones thing. So whenever they're over in the UK and I'm with them, I get all the points for Waterstones, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this vlog up now because we've been talking for a while and I need to edit this so that we can then just relax because I'm done. My social battery is done.
You say that, I need to film mine.
Shh. I don't have to be as on it for yours though.
We're going to swap places if
yeah. But yeah, very successful. The extra help was a lot better managed mostly. For me, my experience was great. It was much better. Like everyone knew what they was doing. It was only when you went with Tori, and that wasn't great for the last one. But
here's the thing, we've already said this and I've said it multiple times. Train your people to understand what's needed. It's as simple as, like, I'm not being funny. Don't get me wrong. Until I had friends who had disabilities and had need of extra care stuff, I wouldn't have known. And I appreciate that that's something that, like, I wouldn't have even thought about. If you are working at an event, or you have an event that you are running that has things like extra care, you have a priority to know what to do and to train your staff to know what to do. Like, that's not asking too much. And I just feel as if, like, so much could be avoided, like so much stress could be avoided if they were just communicating. And someone was sitting on one of the chairs near us and we got chatting and they were saying about they was at the front of the entry extra help queue, and obviously when it hits 9 everyone rushes into the VQ tables to get their tickets and it's a whole mess. No one knows what a queue is and no one knows what they're doing. And this person was like right at the front and they was talking to security in there and said about, is there any chance they can go in like 1 minute before everyone else, because
Otherwise, they're going to get stuck in those queues. And the thing is, there was only about 20 of us in the extra help queue. So even if all 20 of us had gone and got a VQ ticket for every single author, that's not going to put a massive number for everyone else.
And here's the thing, most people aren't going to go and get a VQ ticket for absolutely every single author. Like, I had, what, 4, 5?
And then, but because, and apparently security were lovely, but the YALC person said no. Like, and the exact wording was, you don't get preferential treatment, which that is not what we ask for. We ask for help because they wouldn't allow us to go in even like 1 or 2 minutes before everyone else. It meant when everyone had the mad rush, the people that can't rush then ended up stood in a queue.
It didn't help as well. I don't know if you noticed this, because I definitely did. So the extra help, like the extra care,
was the other
was
side.
on this side, and then the normal one was there, and you had to go around the corner here to get to the sign-in. So that was there, and then the extra help's there. So they're trying to make it make sense.
It's ridiculous. It was so badly organised once again. Are we shocked? No. I can't wait to get the email through. How was your visit? Because I've got some thoughts.
We told the person we were talking to do that as well, because we said, like, if they don't know.
Yeah. Because they have made some improvements from last year.
They made some improvements from yesterday.
So they've obviously taken on feedback they've got. They just need to do more.
They made some things just so much more difficult, though.
Yeah.
Like the getting the VQ tickets and not just putting up what letters it.
You had no idea who you was actually queuing for, and even the people that had the list didn't know what they was doing. They told me for Patrick Ness I had to go to table 6. I got to table 6, Patrick Ness's name wasn't there, and I then had to join the massive queue on table 5, which I could have got into that queue sooner if I'd been given the right number. Which, anyway, enough ranting. Overall, brilliant weekend, but I'm gonna go now because we've been talking for far too long. So hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, oh wait, I already told you the update on the Meg vlog, so I don't need to do that again. But hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.